Oh, hi, friends. Welcome to Life of Brian. My name's Brian, and this is my life. Welcome to this evening's video. Today is Monday, May 4th. Happy Star Wars Day. I was going to wear a Star Wars shirt, but I figured, what the heck. So, hey, man, nice Kiss shirt. It is. Sporting the Phantom of the Park, which ties into something I'm going to show here in a little bit. Hope you all have had a great week or so since the last video, which I think was last Tuesday. Thought I was going to get one out a little sooner, but just whatever. You know, stuff happens. I've gotten a few things in since the last video that I want to show. Uh, First, one thing that I forgot to mention on the last video, good grief, sorry. Something I forgot to mention, one of the things that I got in Ohio when I was at the Goodwill and I got the VHS tapes that I showed on the last video is CD case. Finally, finally got one of those. I had them stacked up. Well, whatever. You can't see it. I had them stacked up in a cube with my vinyl, so I had to get that to match the one that I have for the cassettes. So, anyway, that was. Of course, this isn't gonna work. There we go. I think that was $3 for that CD case. So yeah, I mean, it was filled a void that I needed and was hella cheap. Let's see. Where do we want to start? I found so the Kiss figures with the kids wearing the Halloween costumes. I have Ace. I have one of each member, obviously. I have had Ace for, I don't know, whenever they released them, 6, 8 months ago. And I really didn't want to spend close to $100 on 4 action figures in one shot. Not knocking the people that did. I'm just a tightwad and didn't want to do it. So I made the decision I was going to buy them individually. Well, after I did made that decision, didn't see him anymore until this past weekend when I was at Target and I found Gene, which can't really tell, but it's him. They had Paul's too. I didn't want to buy two. I only wanted to buy one. And I figured if I'm going to buy one and not see him again for a while, I at least want to have Ace and Gene. So now I do. Uh, I went to, let's see, where did I go? I went to Barnes and Noble. I looked through their vinyl and CDs. I mean, no, their vinyl and DVDs. And I bought from there, trying to remember what I got there. No judgment. Can't Buy Me Love. Oh my gosh. I wore this VHS out when I was in high school, maybe even junior high. What year was this? I want to say this was 87. I can't find it, but I'm pretty sure, which that would have been junior high for me. But I loved this movie. I wanted to be Ronald Miller so bad. I had a crush on Cindy Mancini. And if I could have found a Zoltar machine, I would have been Ronald Miller in this movie because I would have lived that life for the rest of my life. I love this movie. And I also got Gremlins because why not? Sticking with the 80s theme. Don't know why I don't have this on VHS either, but I have this. And while I was there, sorry, I thought I had it more readily available. I'd seen somebody post this on a YouTube video, and it's the 50th anniversary edition of Bohemian Rhapsody. Don't look too hard at the hype sticker that I tried to save that's torn in half. But yeah, so it's Bohemian Rhapsody on one side, and the B side is I'm in love with my car. But come on, and this is official. I mean, this is a Queen. This is a Queen thing. Even they used a still photo from the video of Bohemian Rhapsody, which I thought was awesome. It's not. It's on just regular black vinyl. I was hoping they would take a page out of Kiss's book and put it on gold vinyl, but it's not. It does have a gold center label, but come on, who doesn't love some Bohemian Rhapsody? So I had to get that when I was there, and that was not too far from vintage stock, which I don't know if any of you follow me on Instagram or saw an Instagram post that I posted of seeing a Kiss poster on the wall by the bathrooms when I was in there. And turns out from our buddy Scott FL Dog said that it's a Army Kit Destroyer Army Kit poster. I asked if it was for sale. It wasn't, or they said it wasn't. I kind of let it go at that point, but I think it's not far from me. I go in there probably once a week. I'm going to keep working on that because I really feel like I need that in my life. While I was there, I did get heavy metal DVD. Again, another thing. I don't know why I didn't have it already. And Silent Night, Deadly Night. Getting into well, not getting into, but adding to the horror collection. Um, oh, I probably should have started with this. So the trip that I took, that I talked about in the last video, road trip I took to Ohio with my daughter. The day we left was Saturday morning, the 18th, which, as you may or may not know, was Record Store Day, which we didn't get to participate in because we were on the road. Thankfully, I have an awesome friend, my buddy Jake, that went to me with a couple went with me to a couple Kiss shows and was with me at the Ace Frehley concert and meet and greet. He got me a copy of the Kiss Record Store Day release, which I was super stoked. He sent me a picture when he got it. The store that I always say is my local record store down the street. It's Doc's Records and Vintage here in Fort Worth. He went there. I looked ahead of time. They said they were going to get 17 copies. I was hoping that would be enough for him to snag one for me, and it was. He even got one for himself. What he wasn't able to get was Bruce, but thankfully my trusty source, Brian's Kiss Vinyl, again, not me, another Brian on Facebook, has Brian's Kiss Vinyl page. He had some Bruce that he'd offered up that were left over from Record Store Day, and so I was able to get Bruce's vinyl too. So those were the two. I mean, there was a few other things. If I was able to do it in person and was able to be in a store on Record Store Day, there's some other things that I would have looked for. Um, and now as I'm doing this, I don't remember what they were. But anyway, those were the number one and number two on my list. So I was super stoked to get those. Same store, Docs. So I was gone for basically a week and a half. I've kind of resigned that to being my Friday night thing. I'm on my drive home from work on Friday night, I've gotten into the habit of stopping in the Docks and just, you know, spending however long, 30 minutes, an hour, just wandering and looking. Well, from being out of town for so long, I got in on a Sunday night last Monday, so a week ago today. Last Monday on the way home from work, I yeah, I couldn't. There's no way I could have waited until Friday. So I made my record store run on Monday night, and I'm really glad that I did because somebody had apparently sold them a pretty decent collection. I say pretty decent. They probably had 6 to 10 Kiss records that I hadn't seen before, used. One of them I already had, but I couldn't pass up a very clean copy of the best of the solo albums. I mean, it's super clean. The one that I have was really, the cover's got some serious wear on part of it, and it was, I don't know, it was not bad price. I thought I had the sticker still on it. I want to say it was 20. Oh, there it is. $25. Not that price matters, but it was, for what it is, it was really good price. And I felt like I had to get this. I've stated it on here before for those of you that may have missed it or are new to the channel. I love colored vinyl. I'm a variant guy to a fault. So with that, I got Love Gun. And not just Love Gun, but the UK pressing. Because, of course. So yeah, that was cool. I got those two records. I don't think I got anything else when I was there. I looked through the magazines. I made my normal rounds in there. Those were the two that I walked away with. Um, I have. Oh, so I ordered a what I thought was a sticker off of eBay, and got it in today. It just came in a little while ago. As a matter of fact, it was delivered to my doorstep. Well, they threw in a freebie. This, I think it's not really on. It's not on regular paper. I mean, it's on photo paper, I guess, but sure they may have just printed this out. But cool shot, something I didn't pay for, so it's cool for them to throw it in. Well, what I thought was a sticker turned out was this. My bad. I love those. And, I guess if I knew, I completely forgot. But I just recently, within the last few months, learned that the solo album art was based off of those shots. I had no idea. As soon when I found out, I'm like, oh man, hey, great, here we go. Something else for me to look for. So yeah, I don't know why I thought it was a sticker, because I don't remember even looking, for dimensions of it. Something made me think it was a sticker, and I was like, cool, something to put in the Trapper Keeper, but that's not going in the Trapper Keeper. And the Peace Day Resistance for all you fancy pants Frenchers out there. So this, the last video, if you haven't seen it, it's titled Harry Styles and Kiss, where I make Kiss merch, my own Kiss merch out of Harry Styles merch. Well, sticking with that vibe of making your own Kiss merch, and why I'm wearing a Phantom of the Park shirt is I've made my own Kiss merch again. And I can't take credit for doing this. This is brainchild of my sensei, Rick. It's all for you, Demon Howard. And he's the one that sparked the idea in me of Kiss merch doesn't have to be branded Kiss merch. And we can we make our own fun, and this is exactly what I did. I don't even know what made me look for it. Well, no, I take that back. I do know what made me look for this. So, yes, I just went to Ohio. Uh, Ohio has one of the best amusement parks in the country, possibly, questionably, arguably in the world, in Cedar Point in Sandusky, which is probably 45 minutes from where I grew up and is about the same distance from where my dad lives now. Some of the best roller coasters in the world are in that park. So getting home, and of course, in our drive, as my daughter Sarah and I were driving to and from, when we got past Cincinnati, just north of Cincinnati, there's a amusement park named Kings Island, which, if I knew about that when I lived there as a kid, I completely forgot about. But drove by it. You can see it from the freeway that we took going north in Ohio. So amusement park vibe has been running really, really, really strong with me. Well, kind of always has, but it's been percolating for a few weeks. Um, so got to thinking about Phantom of the Park and Magic Mountain. And I know Rick has done videos in the past on different things involving Phantom of the Park, and even to the point of going to one that's by him in Kansas City, World of Fun, which might not be there anymore. Question mark. Could be wrong. It might still be there. Might, I don't know. Anyway, so I went on eBay and was looking for Magic Mountain stuff because those of you that don't know, that's where a bulk of the movie Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park was filmed. And the big roller coaster that's the backdrop of the scene where Kiss fights the ape men, whatever you want to call them, is a real, legit, true coaster named Colossus. So I don't remember what I searched on eBay, but I found this, and it also delivered today, hot off the porch today. And let's see if I can. I don't know if this will come through. I really hope it does. The print on the side of this says, well, it's the name of who made these, but it says 1978, which is the year Phantom of the Park was filmed and released. And it's this pin. I saw the pin. Obviously, they had it displayed like this, and they showed a picture of the back. Well, when I got it today, and I noticed this print on the edge, and it had 1978, I well, to be completely transparent, I teared up a little just from the fact of what I just said. 1978 was the year that Phantom of the Park was released. It was filmed in May and June of 1978 and released. It was a made-for-TV movie and was released October 28th of 78. And the fact that that button was made the same year, and I choose to 150 million% believe that somebody wore that year, and who knows, very well may have been in the background of the movie. I don't know. I could be wrong, but damn it, is it not awesome to think about stuff like that? That this this thing right here is 48 years old and could very well have been on somebody's body. Well, you know what I mean. Pinned to somebody's clothing that very well could have been on on Colossus when they were filming the scene with Pam and his name Sam and not Pam. What's her name? Oh my gosh, getting old sucks. Anyway, the opening scene of them riding the Colossus. They, whoever had this in 1978, could have been on the same coaster the same damn time as them filming that movie, or just somewhere in the background of one of the park scenes. Man, stuff like that just makes my heart smile, and it just fills me with so much nostalgic joy that mm, makes me want to find Doc Brown in that damn DeLorean. And I'm stopping and we're gonna have to put a back seat. We're gonna have to maybe turn the Griswold's family truckster into a time machine because I'm gonna have to pick up uh, Scotty in Florida and Rick in Missouri, and we're gonna tear some stuff up. Anyway, I think that's all I got. I think that's all I have. I know I have something else that's, well, two other things that aren't here yet. I don't know when they're gonna get here. One thing's coming from Japan, and the other could be here in a few days. But anyway, that's the bulk of what I wanted to show. Uh, Man, this I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I have no idea how I'm going to display a pin. But whatever. That's some fun for another day because this is going to be visible. I'm going to look at this freaking thing every mother grabbing day. Just holding this in my hand. Oh my. Ugh, anyway, okay. I don't have any thought or question or hypothetical for this video. Really just wanted to show some things off, and I really want to know if you guys, any of you, how many of you have done what I've been doing lately and making Kiss merch out of whatever. Because now that I've done it a couple times, now I'm looking for reasons to do it. And yeah, let's sh- let's share what we do. You know, let's share in the joy with everybody. I'd like to know what you guys have done, what you're thinking of doing. Maybe spark some ideas in me. Maybe you know, we can spitball them off of each other. I uh, I really enjoy the camaraderie. Okay, I really enjoy the camaraderie of this group. I love the conversations that we have. I love the excitement that we have with each other. That hearing about something that somebody got makes me as excited for them as they are, if not more. And it's a reciprocal thing, and I love it so much. I look forward to the comment section and comments on y'all's latest finds, something you're looking for, all that kind of stuff. I love doing that. I love doing videos for the opportunity to have a conversation with you guys. And I really hope you leave a comment. You can like and subscribe if you want to. It's great, fine and dandy, but as I've said a million times, and I'll say it in every video, I do this for the comments. I do this because I want to interact with you guys. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch these, and I even more so appreciate the time you take to leave me a comment on whatever it is. And you don't have to stick to this video. You can leave me a comment on this video that doesn't even relate, and I will eat it up. I love it. Let me know everything. Let's see. Let's see how deep of a conversation we can have. Thank you again. I love all of you. I hope all of you has a great rest of the week. This is Monday night. As I like to say, we're getting close to the weekend every minute. Work doesn't own us. We find our joy where we can, in buttons, in music, and celebrating the fun of being a Kiss fan, which is what this is all about. Never lose sight of that. Never stop dreaming. I'll see y'all in the next one. Thank you very much for stopping by. Remember to have fun, y'all, and I'll see you down the road.